Everyone is telling you to eat more fiber. There's even a viral trend for it now. People call it fibermaxxing, piling on as much fiber as humanly possible, chasing better gut health, flatter blood sugar, and a longer life. And here's the uncomfortable part. They're not entirely wrong, but they're not entirely right either. Because when you actually read the research, more fiber and the most fiber possible are two very different things. And confusing them can quietly wreck your gut for weeks. I'm going to show you exactly what the science says, the number that actually matters, and the mistake almost everyone making this trend gets wrong. Stick around, because the last part is the one nobody on social media is telling you. In my last video, the 5 foods that help starve cancer, we ended on fiber. We talked about how fiber feeds the bacteria in your gut that produce a compound called butyrate. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it at the end because this video picks up exactly where that one left off. So let's start with why fiber deserves the hype in the first place. Because it genuinely does. In 2019, one of the largest analyses ever done on this question was published in the Lancet. Researchers led by Andrew Reynolds pooled 185 studies and 58 clinical trials. Nearly 135 million years of combined human data. That is not a small blog study. That is one of the strongest bodies of evidence we have in all of nutrition. And the finding was striking. People who ate the most fiber had a 15 to 30% lower risk of dying early, of heart disease, of stroke, of type 2 diabetes, and of colorectal cancer compared to those who ate the least. 15 to 30%. From a nutrient most people barely think about. So how does fiber do all of that? This is where it connects back to your gut. Your body can't digest most fiber, but the trillions of bacteria living in your colon can. They ferment that fiber and produce short-chain fatty acids, acetate, propionate, and the star of the show, butyrate. According to research published in Beneficial Microbes, these short-chain fatty acids do remarkable things. Butyrate is the primary fuel for the cells lining your colon. It helps maintain the gut barrier, calms inflammation, and even influences appetite and how your body handles blood sugar. A 2022 review in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences went further, mapping how these gut-derived compounds help regulate glucose in the body. In other words, fiber isn't just about digestion. It's talking to your metabolism, your immune system, and your brain. But here's something the trend glosses over. Not all fiber is the same, and that matters more than any single number. Broadly, there's soluble fiber, which dissolves into a gel and slows digestion, and insoluble fiber, which adds bulk and keeps things moving. Some fiber is highly fermentable. It's the kind your bacteria feast on to make butyrate, and some passes through largely untouched. The researchers writing in Beneficial Microbes were explicit that the type of fiber, and even where in your gut it gets fermented, changes the effect you actually get. That's the real flaw in chasing one big number. 30 grams of a single powdered fiber is not the same as 30 grams spread across beans, oats, berries, and vegetables. Variety isn't a bonus here. It's the mechanism. I have to be honest with you, the way real science demands. A lot of the strongest butyrate findings still come from animal and lab studies. The human trials are promising, but this field is still maturing. So anyone promising you a miracle is getting ahead of the evidence. And there's another honest wrinkle the trend ignores completely. That same review pointed out that people don't all respond to fiber the same way. Your existing gut bacteria, your metabolism, even the medications you take all shape how much benefit you actually extract from it. 2 people can eat the exact same fiber and get genuinely different results. So the idea that one extreme number is the right target for everyone, that's already at odds with the science. But directionally, the message is clear. Fiber is powerful, and most of us aren't getting enough of it. In fact, dietary fiber is officially classified as a nutrient of public health concern, a formal way of saying a huge portion of the population falls short of even the basic recommended amount. So on the surface, fibermaxxing sounds like the fix. If most people don't get enough, just get as much as possible, right? Here's where it gets interesting. And this is exactly where the trend goes wrong. Go back to that Lancet study for 1 second, because it hid the most important detail of all. The protection didn't just climb forever. The greatest risk reduction showed up when people ate between 25 and 29 grams of fiber per day. 25 to 29 grams. That's the target the strongest evidence actually points to. Not 100 grams. Not as much as you can force down. A realistic, achievable range that most people simply aren't hitting yet. Eating more than that may add some benefit, but the proven, dramatic payoff lives in that band. So the real goal isn't maxing. It's closing the gap. And now the part social media almost never mentions. When you suddenly flood your system with fiber, going from 15 grams to 60 in a weekend because a trend told you to, your gut does not thank you. A clinical review in Presa Medical spelled it out plainly. Fiber has real benefits for your digestion, but it has to be increased gradually over several days, specifically to avoid side effects like bloating and abdominal pain. Ramp up too fast, and you get gas, cramping, discomfort, and ironically, if you're not also drinking enough water, fiber can make constipation worse, not better. Think about that. The exact trend promising to fix your gut can temporarily break it if you do it the way the internet says. So how do you actually get this right? Let me give you the honest playbook. First, aim for that evidence-backed range, around 25 to 35 grams a day. That's the sweet spot, not a number in the hundreds. Second, go slow. Add fiber gradually across a week or two, not overnight. Give your gut bacteria time to adapt. Third, drink more water as you do it. Fiber pulls water into your digestive tract. Without enough fluid, you're working against yourself. And fourth, get it from real food, not just powders. Whole foods bring a variety of fiber types, plus the nutrients that make fiber work. Beans, lentils, oats, berries, whole grains, vegetables. The same foods, by the way, that showed up in my last video. And to make that target real, here's what hitting it actually looks like in a single day. A bowl of oats with a handful of berries at breakfast. A cup of lentils or beans at lunch. An apple or a small handful of nuts as a snack. And a dinner built around a whole grain and a couple of vegetables. That's it. No powders, no suffering, no 60-gram internet challenge. Just ordinary food. And you're already sitting right in the range the strongest evidence rewards. Suddenly, the impossible number isn't impossible at all. It's a normal, well-built day of eating. So here's the honest verdict on fibermaxxing. The instinct is right. Most people genuinely need more fiber, and it's one of the most protective things you can eat. But more and maximum are not the same word. The science points to a smart, achievable target, reached gradually. Not an extreme race that leaves you bloated and miserable. Don't maximize. Optimize. If this helped clear up the confusion, subscribe. I break down one viral health trend against the real research every week. And go watch the video on screen now. The 5 foods that starve cancer. Because it's the perfect companion to everything we just covered. And it's where this whole fiber story began. Take care of your gut. It's taking care of far more than you think.